Mm-hmm. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey. Round the world we go, and I can still remember the last voyage we made to Africa, the motherland. Just SP and I promised her that on the next voyage the whole team would be involved. SP didn't like the idea, and when I asked her why, she said, remember that my other speed will be 3-2. I laughed and told her, no problem, I will still be your uncle. My team doesn't carry whistling birds, so don't worry, my wife. I was born for this purpose, and this is not a game I dislike. I love this game. I appreciate my wife having another speed, another strength, another reason to rise. And when I said that, everyone looked at me and knocked off my fists, even my matey joining in the cheer. My wife's boyfriend, my whole wild team was on board. Christine, Carmen, my daughter Mitchell, Carol, Bigger, my 2 sons, Baby and Lucan, and Leonard, Miss Gladys' son. We were all happy on the ship, laughter echoing across the open water. But we weren't stopping there, no. We planned to step off that ship and board a jet plane that would carry us exactly to the destination written in our hearts. And as the engines warmed and the sky opened wide, we knew this journey wasn't just travel, it was family destiny. And the rhythm of our story taking flight again.
The ship to the sky, chasing dreams that never die. Hand in hand, heart to heart, every mile a brand new start. Wherever the jet plane flies, our family rises to the sky. Round the world we go, yeah. And the love just grows and grows.
Yeah. Yeah, nah. Na 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 na. Yeah. And somewhere between the waves and the wind, Hanson laughed as he spoke about his wife's boyfriend, saying how the brother brought a light to the crew, a strength, a style, a spirit that only knew. Hanson adored him the same way he adored the rest. Because on this journey, family is whoever stands the test. He said my wife chose him, and I chose him too. Any man who loves her will always be welcome to the crew. The team cheered loud, tapping fists in the air, because love carried all of them everywhere. No jealousy, no fight, just unity grown. A family built wider than blood alone. Then the captain called out, prepare for the show, and we looked to the horizon we had waited for. Africa rising in the morning sun, the motherland calling. The next chapter begun. We packed up our bags and tightened our boots, ready to walk on ancient roots. We planned to sing, to dance, to pray, to honor the ground in the old ancestral way. To meet the elders, touch the sand, and learn the secrets of that sacred land. For when the jet plane takes us down, we step as one crew, family and crown. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. steady beneath that mighty ship. We gathered again on the main deck, the wind pressing softly on our lips. Hanson stood beside us, smiling wide, speaking proudly about the love that walked on his side. He said, where I come from, respect is the highest law, and any man who loves my wife with honesty deserves applause. The crew holler, laughing and cheering in harmony, because unity was our travel language, and this journey had made us one family. Hanson's wife's boyfriend stepped forward, calm, humble and true, and Hanson clapped his shoulder, saying, brother, the ship sails smoother with you. Everyone felt it, the peace, the trust, the bond thicker than rope, the kind that strengthens hearts and keeps the whole voyage afloat. No envy, no fighting, just understanding grown with time. For love can stretch across oceans and still stay in line. Christine nodded proudly, Carmen lifted her chin high. Mitchell whispered, this is what real grown people look like, and Carol wrapped her shawl as the wind blew by. Bigger clap baby on the back, saying, this is the journey that'll shape our minds. Lucan pointed at the horizon where Africa shined, and Leonard stood still letting the sun design gold on the waves that stretched ahead, as if the motherland herself was calling us to be fed. The passengers clapped as the band on deck began to play, African drums mixing with the hum of the ship's sway. The rhythm moved through every part of us, shaking off fear, doubt and fuss. SB leaned close to me and said, Uncle, this world is bigger than we dreamed. I paused and answered, child, the world grows every time we choose to love as a team. I was drifted like slow clouds above the sea, and the captain's voice echoed gently, carried by an ocean breeze. Prepare yourselves, landfall soon. We'll be reaching Africa before the next moon. The deck erupted with movement and sound, passengers gathering belongings, memories, dreams unbound. We weren't just traveling, we were transforming, becoming stronger with every sunrise morning. The crew circled together, 10 hearts beating as one tether. I told them, listen, when we step into Africa, we walk with purpose. We honor ancestors who prayed for days like this. We greet the land with clean hands and open minds. We represent love, unity and divine design. Hanson nodded with a soulful grin, his wife's boyfriend standing proudly beside him, and said, in Africa, every step is a lesson, every breath a blessing. Lands spark like stars in our minds, to meet the elders, to touch the soil, to hear forgotten stories carried by time, to taste the foods our grandparents whisper about, to dance to rhythms older than any map, to sit beneath the baobab trees and let their shadows guide our path. Oh, we would search for family roots, visit the rivers that birth nations, stand where kings and queens once stood, where courage was carved into generations. We visit markets full of colors and drums, villages where laughter outsings the sun, and cities with a heartbeat quick as a lion's run. And when we stepped off the plane, our feet would kiss the ground. The wind would welcome us with a warm sound, echoing freedom, mystery, and grace all around. This was not just a voyage, it was a homecoming, a return, a crown to see behind us. The motherland ahead, a new beginning rising in red, gold, and green thread. Around the world we go, but Africa is where the spirit grows, where stories breathe, where hearts unfold, where the future meets the old. The ship hung lower, slowing in its glide as Africa stretched wide on the horizon side. And we stood together, crew, family, lovers, friends, ready for the part of the story that has no end. Na 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 once more with a breath gently sweet. Hanson raised his voice with a joyful smile, saying his wife's birthday had walked with him.